minutes. And what we're going to do now is let us Golden Knights. We're going to welcome you officially with some anthems. We have a Canadian performer or two joining us here this weekend. So we're going to start with a Canadian anthem. Coincidentally enough, it's the U.S. Army celebration.
There's one.
Jump here to get things underway.
There's two.
And they are out of the airplane, ladies and gentlemen. Free fall at 125 miles per hour. We're in total air. Feels like a giant pillow pushing back my head. And I'm going to take my word for it because I never meant to praise you. Never.
Switch.
Still falling. Coming straight down. That's a run down. Looking for two good shoots. Still looking for two.
Look up, kids.
Still looking for two good shoots. Still looking for two. There we go. Two good shoots. And here's the cool thing about the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great reflector of sound. So if you make some noise, they can hear you all the way up there. Give it up for the Golden Knights.
There it is, there it is. Whoa.
His head is outside in the wind and the cold. Ladies and gentlemen, looking high overhead, you may know that this jumper is flying extremely fast in front of this other jumper. They are showing you the wingsuit maneuver. The wingsuit inflates as it pressurizes the ram air around the wings. His speed may be so great that he wouldn't make the landing area if he didn't turn back and fly to the target. Watch as he turns back and flies right past the other jumper, who is already under parachute. Now he will dive aggressively to a speed of over 200 miles per hour. Watch as he pulls out of the dive and opens his main parachute. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The wingsuiting ability of the United States Army Golden Knight. From mythology to children, angels and birds, mankind has always dreamt of flight. The human form taking flight on wings of our own has long captivated the imaginations of many. This dream of human flight is a reality for the wingsuit. The Eiffel Tower in 1912 is recognized as the first attempt to fly a wingsuit. The first prototype wingsuits of Dave Giordano, Vasilev and Brown were showcased together in 1999 at the World Free Fall Festival. After the turn of the millennium, commercial designs became available, and now we have wingsuits that inflate the array of air as they pressurize around the jumper. Wingsuits can reach a glide ratio of 3 to 1 and are capable of gaining altitude in their flight from flight of over 100 meters of climb before returning into descent or opening their main parachute. Wingsuits have the ability to fly with high-performance canopies and stay with them in formation. Although capable of the same glide as a parachute, a wingsuit jump still requires the use of a parachute. The next dream is the ability to routinely land with just the wingsuit. In 2010, former Golden Knight Staff Sergeant Ben Porter set the wingsuit world record, exiting at an altitude of 32,000 feet. Staff Sergeant Porter traveled 11.5 miles and was in free fall for over 6.5 minutes. Each year, wingsuit designs are continually evolving, providing more opportunities to break more records. At 1,000 feet, this jumper can hear you very well. Wave your hat, clap your hands as they bring it into the target area. This jumper is showing you the full flight characteristics of the Ram Air Canopy as they bring it over the target. Watch the minor corrections used in obtaining a dead center lane. Redirecting your attention high overhead. This is our only solo maneuver, yet one of our most exciting. Watch for the gold canopy to inflate. This is a perfectly good parachute and can be landed. However, the jumper will reach up and release one side of the parachute, causing it to malfunction. She is now accelerating earthward at speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour. It would be impossible for her to survive a landing under this parachute. So she must release it completely, return to free fall, and open her main parachute. There you have the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knight. This is the same procedure a free fall parachutist would use if they were to have a problem with their main canopy. The reserve or auxiliary parachute used by the Golden Knight is also a flexible wing glider, such as the one you see now. However, there are some differences. It is quite tall and it's slightly smaller in wing surface area with a much greater forward speed.
Marion, you see the empty parachute? It's floating up in the sky.
Was more than 2 miles overhead. Thanks in part to these extreme aerodynamic designs, the jumper is able to overcome the variability of the wind and lift such a small target area. At 1,000, the jumper does what is called a wind penetration check, gauging their speed and depth from the ground. They then fly a downwind leg, 90 degrees to the target, and then face into the wind for a final approach. Once on final approach, the jumper then shifts all their concentration to a small black box located in the center of the orange jet. The front of these parachutes have 7 openings on the front, which allow air to be forced in, inflating the flexible wing glider. You may see the tail of the parachute curl under. This reduces the jumper's forward speed and reduces the jump rate of descent. Watch as she brings it over the target. There you have it. The black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. The red smoke trails these jumpers use in the sky are created by 2 MAT red smoke canisters, which emit a continuous stream of smoke for up to 90 seconds. These smoke canisters are attached to the jumper's board with a specially designed bracket, and then the activation pins are tied to a lanyard. By pulling up on this lanyard, the jumper can activate the smoke immediately upon exiting the aircraft, while in free fall or under canopy. In more conventional Army units, these same smoke canisters are used as ground-to-ground signaling devices, ground-to-air signaling devices, or screening devices to conceal troop movement. As you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must create vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is achieved by pulling down on the front part of the parachute and spiraling from the ground at speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour. At 2,000 feet, these jumpers can hear you very well. Make some noise as they bring it into the target area. The parachutes used by the Golden Knights are flexible wing gliders constructed of lightweight ripstop nylon. These parachutes have an inherent forward airspeed of 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper pulls down on the left steering line. To turn right, the jumper simply pulls down on the right steering line. As the jumper clears the ground, they will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously.
Put it under your chair.
And stop on full length. Watch the glider's direction shift in obtaining this beautiful
Close your umbrella.
as this last jumper brings it into the target area. Make some noise as he shows you the full flight characteristics of this cannon. As he shuts it down over the target.
Please just don't tell us you're flying.
You run this in a lot
There would
of
be in trouble to leave this loose. There would be in trouble. No, can't quit. Yeah, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary. In fact, we just celebrated it. Right, we can send those 3 and 120 degrees in either direction, take off and land, and even, as you're seeing them do now, hover in place.
That's remarkable. A whole lot more entertaining to me when I have helium in.
Oh, I tell you what, sounds better too.
Yeah. So that was the high-speed pass, I think, eh? Did you see the vapor coming off of that?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna, anyway, look at this thing, now what are we doing?
Yeah,
Sort of
we're getting
ending.
ready to take a bow. You know,
Yeah.
like any good performance, you wanna start with a big bow and introduce yourself. So,
There you go, look at that, flipping it easy.
but it is necessary.
It's pulling a wheel.
And you know what? Blimmin' ain't easy, but it sure is fun.
Love it. Good
Yeah.
sense of humor.
So we can go 30 degrees.
Okay.
Either direction. So that's what they're doing here. Basically taking a big bow to introduce themselves. ourselves here to this Dayton audience.
How many G's do you think he's pulling through?
Not sure if we can pull a G. We can, you know, raise and descend 1,000 feet per minute.
Yeah. I saw Rick bend over like that last night, trying to pick up the napkin after he fell off the dinner table.
Well, it was nice of you this morning during breakfast to straighten me out.
I know, I'm telling you. Look at this. Ooh,
Yeah, so now what you see, it's exactly right. We're doing a little bit of rock and roll here. So those side engines, we can add power, decrease power individually, allows us to, as you see here, basically doing a whole rock and roll.
It looks happy.
Really love to show this thing off. You got to imagine, if you took all the helium out of this thing, it is almost 20,000 pounds of mass. We've got almost 300,000 cubic feet of helium in there. That's what allows us to ride the lift, and then those engines are doing the rest.
So it's buoyant. So it's back neutrally buoyant, and then it can fly.
This maneuver, highly susceptible to the winds. The winds are going to take them where they take them at this point, but they are using that rear engine. One engine on the rear drives 2 props. Those are fully reversible 9-foot props on the back. And it allows them to effectively turn on a dime like you just saw there.
Slow down, Dad. It's all happening too fast for me here.
You can listen to that. Listen to all that pitch. You can hear it in the propeller right now. It's a dock. It's all hat for him. There's never, I've only met 1 or 2 other airship captains. I have to say, he has the look of the beard. Got the beard.
You know,
Slightly gray temples. If you called Central Casting and said, send us an airship captain, they would send him.
I will say we've been doing a lot more on social media. You guys can follow Facebook, X, Instagram. They named him, the guys in the comments, probably some of the girls in the comments as well, named him Mr. Tall and Important.
Mr. Tall and Important.
Whipper down. Gonna get it turned around now. Up he goes for the hammerhead.
Oh, man. Look at that, will you? Man alive, you hear that? That's the pulse and tones of old.
Tall and important.
Yeah, tall and important. Kelly, don't tell on us. Goodness. Yeah, I bet. Kelly Hudson, atop the Continental Air Show's trailer to the stars. She is one of the very, very few people here.
It is an absolutely beautiful day at the Fairport Dayton Air Show.
Ready to watch it. You're going to pull some G's for us, right? And count them off a little bit later?
Oh, absolutely.
This might be a little loud.
We'll be up to 16.
When it goes by, it's going to be loud.
I don't know where you went. You're not playing a joke on us again here, are you, Tom?
Oh, well, you know, I used to play a game with my kids, and they lost when I came home. And it was ready or not, here I come, kind of a high-speed thing. So, today, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right, you just give us the cue here. I met your boy. He's a great guy, too. Really lovely young man.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that, and ready or not, here I come, guys.
Watch, hold on.
Tom Larkin, ladies and gentlemen, in the mini jet. Where is he, Rick? You see him? I do not. I'm looking. He's 5 years tall.
I picked him up.
You got him?
Tally-ho! Coming in over your right shoulder.
To the right.
And he's hot. And now you're going to get an idea of the speed of this
Look
thing.
at him now. He is really bringing the heat into the wind pass. Oh my gosh, look at that. So Tom started flying radio. Now the maneuvers that we're going to see here today, in addition to peekaboo and hide and seek, like Tom is talking about, these are all maneuvers that Air Force pilots would have to learn to become fighter pilots like Tom. So we're going to see all of this. In addition to that, we're also going to see some hot flying that he learned probably along the way in his major career of flying as a captain for a big airline based in Denver. 10,000 plus hours, 57 different types of airplanes.
And one mini jet.
And one wife. His wife Laura, 35 years and counting. Today, they travel coast to coast with this little airplane right behind him in a trailer. airplane, a Subsonics. This one is the first kit ever ordered and delivered, flown by a Sonics aircraft based in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It became the dream of the founder, John Monet. He wanted to build a mini jet. This one fits the bill, 16 feet long, 18 feet wide. It's about 500 pounds, so roughly the same weight as that riding lawnmower that you got in your shed back home. This one, 300 plus miles per hour. Just an incredible machine. Powered by a small jet engine rig, 43 pounds, but 258 pounds of thrust.
Giddy up, go.
Amen, brother.
Don't you just want one of these things? I mean, the fun he's having right now.
Well, everybody thinks about RC models, fly-in radio control models. This is just the next step, right? If you've got one in your home, why not, right? Look at this thing. A couple of rollerblade wheels and you're ready to go, Ricky. So that jet can go up, in fact, 12,000 feet per minute. I know there's a lot of pilots in the crowd, and if you're standing next to one,
He's going to tell you all about it.
Yeah, he's going to tell you all about 12. You know all the
Very impressive.
Probably have a Sharpie sign an autograph. But look over here to the right. Tom really racking it up down here for the second half of his show. He told me to pull some keys here in a minute. He's getting ready to. His hesitation. You see what that thing is and how shiny it is. Not a it's all like
Seems good.
so it also allows Tom to perhaps change it up every so often.
Trust me, he's
Aaron, it's like figure skating, isn't it?
that is a patriotic scheme.
I'm telling you, this guy's ice.
Pulling
Okay.
sustained.
He's doing, what do you call it? It's out with triple
Jet pilots.
axles.
And yeah, I mean, he's on the controls, pulling all the time.
There it comes again,
Loading
man.
the G's on his body. Almost the entire routine.
Yeah,
There's
very
a load on that jet.
extremely athletic performance today. Wants to dedicate it to his father, Larry, who was the inspiration for his flying. Just passed away at the age of 91. Tom's father, fitness fan, attended his first air show, as well as a whole bunch of others. You can find everything you ever wanted to know about Tom Larkin online at minijetairshows.com. Also his handle on Facebook.
Big sponsor. Bring Tom Mini Jet. To the Center Point Energy Dayton. Happy in. Goes Tom.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
You all been over to the museum and seen all the sights.
And again, after this air show, they're going to load this thing up into a trailer. They pull the wings off, they roll it in, and off they go to their next air show. But how cool to have the mini jet. Look at that. Just spin up.
You know, they pulled into the buggies, hauling the trailer, and the Harley crowd was over and going, what are you hauling there? The trailer. They want to see some chrome and all that stuff, and he happily opens the doors.
Right.
And he's
Explain that.
caught in there, he's pulling, geez, he's going to lose 3, maybe 5 pounds in this plane. He'll want to hydrate when he gets back on the ground. And then the adrenaline, he is Mr. Happy for the next hour and a half. So I hope you get a chance to shake his hand, talk to him about aviation. Tom Larkin, great Air Force career, all the Air Show City, mini jet air shows. Thanks to our friends, Kettering Health.
Oh, look at him now. He's coming back again for another pass.
Hey, Rick, come back. You guys with us?
Oh, man, we're loving it. Are you ready to pull some G's?
I am ready to pull some G's. That'll come by. I'm better than big as that is 6 G's, so I'll count it off for you.
Watch that tower.
Oh, yeah.
Here he goes.
Here it comes, guys. He's gonna go really
Get
fast.
the G meter out. Watch him. I saw him do this last week, and boy, did he pull
All
off.
right, here we go. High G turn.
Oh, man. Look at that.
5,
5.
6, and 0 and 6.
cheeks are down on the floor, and his eyes are falling out of his head, and it's just, and he loves it.
That was awesome, Tom. Rick's ready to ride your last one.
Okay, now we're going to take a second back. Maybe they get further down there, and I hope they get a good shot.
There we go. Tom Larkin live in the cockpit there. The Mini Jet. You can find it again online at minijetairshows.com. Brought to you by our friends at Kettering Health here today. This guy knows how to have a good time here. Watch him now from the right. This is a mustache pass, isn't it, Rick? Look at it here.
Not a banana pass here, because we've got all these helicopter rides and sky soldiers going on behind us, but you can do. Now he's got a committee curve. Roll the other side. Here's the top side look. There's the handlebar. Not quite a mustache.
Well, he's peeling off to the right. He's so small he can do that, you know?
Well, you know what it tells me? Kelly's got her hands full.
Impressive job there by all of our T-34 aviators.
Our second section.
Well, she is probably a major airline captain, perhaps, and who knows? Off of, is that D, E, and F, I guess. D, E, and M. There was a change-up. Oh. There was a change-up. D, E, and M. Yeah, well, there they are. That one's got invasion stripes on it. That's pretty creative.
And now in echelon formation.
Oh, very cool. Changing it up. Not to be outdone by the first two. I do like the echelon. Look at this. Isn't that nice, Rick?
Yep. That's a perfect. And this is a totally different formation. This is pilot 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Another change-up, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The gear problem.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, they left the space for it. They really did. That was pretty clever, Rick.
Now, one of those aircraft has tip tanks on it.
Yeah, a couple of them have. I've noticed that. All different models of T-34 Minotaurs.
And last but not least, X, Y, and Z of the T-34 Association.
That is awesome.
Air Force colors, Navy colors.
Coming in for
Run
the
back, you still have 3 that are going to be departing.
We're going to go in right.
He ain't gonna stay there. No. No, he's not. Oh, my goodness.
I went ahead and look so you can see me a little bit better down there.
Oh, yeah, we got you now, Luke.
All right, we're going to keep position here. It's a little windy, so I got to have Aaron move forward and over to the side a little bit. And I like that. That looks pretty good.
Does he know Kevin's coming the other way?
I don't know.
All right, so we got Kevin out there. We got Aaron flying. We're all covered here.
Okay.
When Kevin comes at me, you guys are going to help me count it down.
All right.
I'm going to jump right over his head, everybody.
What? That doesn't sound good. All right.
Here we go. Let's start with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there he goes. Look at that, Ricky.
OMG!
Dude, that was incredible, Luke. Love it.
All right, so I'm going to land here. At some point. I'm looking at the wind here. I'm manipulating my parachute. We're essentially on the
He's going to come in right behind you.
power.
Look at that. Floating up around.
No way.
Right here it shows center. All right, I think that's the only explosion we have in Red Bull. Oh my goodness, are they having fun out there or what, Rick?
They're just starting.
Look at this. You got Kevin's music ready to go? Afterwards, floating up like a little tiny rooster. Kevin Coleman, Luke Dayton, he's taking his radio off. He's walking up here to grab the microphone and tell you all about it.
Explosion, my last. I saw that.
Yeah, you gotta turn around and show them what happened.
All right, so as I catch my breath here, I I jumped down from 1,000 feet. Right now we got Mike Swanson in the helicopter getting in position. Mike's jumping one of those wingsuits. You saw one earlier with the Golden Knight.
Yeah.
You're about to see Mike Swanson jump one with the Red Bull style. We're going to come in. We have a little surprise. He's not just going to fly the wingsuit. Kevin's going to join him. He's spiraling around him as he starts flying his wingsuit down the flight line.
Oh, come on now, really?
Yeah, so we're all going to watch the helicopter straight up here over Show Center. We see a smoke come on in a second. Kevin's getting in position right now. Mike is out. Out in the wingsuit. Way out in the wingsuit. I don't quite see the smoke rolling, but here comes Kevin. Kevin will join him. Mike starts seeing that speed right now. Because Mike's diving. He's going forward about 100, 150 miles an hour forward. Kevin's pulling a lot of cheese as he rips and spirals. As Mike descends down the line. So as Mike flies his wingsuit, he's going about 150 miles an hour forward to 100. He's coming down at about 50 miles an hour above the wingsuit. About 120 miles an hour, straight down, but as Mike clears out the wingsuit, deploys the parachute. Nice.
Yeah, look at that.
He's 4 inches taller after that. He's stretching out. Yeah, if you've seen any skydiving in the movies, you've seen Mike Swanson. He's been from Transformers to Point Break, everything in between. Mike gets a lot of calls from the Hollywood stunts, wingsuit, skydiving.
Did you guys see that? Yeah, but it's okay.
Rotor system on that thing. It's a
Marion, look at the helicopter.
a marvel of engineering.
Yeah, what allows Aaron to be able to do this in the BO-105, he has a titanium rigid rotor head. A giant block of titanium rotor head is made out of. That allows for a little bit rough riding around, but also allows for the helicopter to be
Liam, look at the helicopter.
tank. It's designed for
It's going upside down. Oh, another explosion.
I had no idea it was on.
What's
Well, a new pair of
exploding?
pants. Please report to the announcer stand immediately. Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
Yep.
You don't need that. You don't need that, Marion. It's not. It's fine.
Stop. We wanted pilot. Yeah. Now he can actually forward with this thing too, which he does. Right now he's gonna roll and get third rack around it. You can float with him during some of these maneuvers. I mean, it must feel as long as it looks. Yeah, I mean, when I went for a ride this the first time, the barrel roll, or the aileron, whatever, rotor system roll, when he rolls that thing, it feels pretty normal. Some of these maneuvers he does the front roll, where he does an actual back hover and roll that thing over. It just feels
Liam, take off your hat.
in a helicopter. But Aaron's been practicing and training for this for a long time. He was an airborne ranger, not flying in the military, but got out, always wanted to fly helicopters as a little kid.
That explains it, doesn't it, Rick? Watch him down.
No.
He
There's
is
no way.
California. I was just going to say you're from California the whole way. Is he going to do his favorite maneuver today, Luke?
That's unbelievable. That's crazy.
I know it's his favorite.
Oh.
What a defibrillator. Please report to the announcer stand.
What do they say? Red Bull gives you wings? We can add something else to the list here for Rick. Goodness gracious. So when Aaron comes down here, one of these passengers at the end, you're going to see him go up there. He's going to give him a
Watch this.
rotates that helicopter, flips it, a tiny little flip around the top. Watch it go.
Flip. Unreal.
And listen to those rotating wings approaching the speed of sound. Look at this Hollywood finish.
So Aaron comes around here this last time. He's going to point at the crowd. He's going to give you a little bow. He can't hear you in there, but he can sure see you. So when he comes back around and bows, everybody let's give him a big wave.
This is his favorite maneuver, he tells us. He just loves this one, you know?
All right, nice job, Aaron.
Well, Rick, I love watching Aaron fly that helicopter, but I love watching Kevin Coleman rip it up here.
Mary, look up.
Like I said, don't look away. Look up and to your left. You'll see Kevin Coleman snapping down to the ground here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A dozen snap rolls on the way down. That's unbelievable.
Kevin does things with this plane that I didn't feel possible. And when I first started watching Kevin fly, it looks like we just tumbled around with every 8 seconds trying to get perfection. This is a routine each day. It is identical to the place that we That's how we
Liam, you want to go see the pilot? Over there? Go to the fence?
Report to the announcer stand immediately. He is pushing and pulling impressive gains based on his conditioning, his physical health. And then there's the mind, the focus, staying ahead of us. You know, Luke, you're a pilot. You appreciate everything he's doing right now. Have you gone aerobatic flying with him?
I got to go for a ride with him, and it was hard for me to keep my eyes on the horizon to know what was happening with all that. It's so perfect. He would stop that airplane in every position imaginable. It's not the kind of flying. It's an 8-point inverted.
Yeah, I know. He's going to push on, isn't he? Negative G's, your eyeballs get huge, blood goes in. The fluids are coming up.
Yeah, they're not going down.
Maybe not. My solution. You know, if you didn't get me on the last, because I got no problem at all. I got nothing left.
Let's talk about the athletic ability that Kevin Coleman has just for a second, because this guy, when you meet him, he's like a firework. I mean, he really is. And it takes a lot of stamina to do that right there. It's just remarkable how athletic Kevin Coleman is. And his slide shows that he does.
I mean, he's flying 3 to 4 times a week, going through this routine, keep your G tolerance up. The G's is most know that when you're pulling a positive G, your blood's rushing out of your head. You have to bear down to try to keep that focus and not let it get a little tunnel. So as Kevin cools down the engines, he's also cooling himself down, right? He's recirculating, ready. All that power. So as Kevin gets ready to wrap it up, I just want to thank everybody from the Red Bull Air Force. We're so happy.
That sounds like a little precursor of things to come, huh, Rick?
It is.
like drawing in the sky. To the right. In the thin pockets. Yeah. I don't know where I put it. Look.
Here we go. Look out. Bob Carlton. Yeah.
Put these two words together. Dynamite glider.
Hold this.
Yeah. This one, no kidding. And he can take you for a ride.
And it's just an amazing. This is what happens when a rocket scientist retired. Loves to soar, gets together on a weekend with, I don't know, a case of beer, and the next thing it is, let's put 2 jet engines on the
Well,
glider.
why not? And when you have time to meet Bob before he just trying to talk to him, you can throw any type of complex problem towards Bob. Am I wrong, Rick? His brain starts solving it. It's incredible the way this guy
Eyes roll back just a little. You have to get used to that.
workforce. It was about 80% female, better known as Rosie the Riveters, we used to call them in this country, and not very many of them left.
Heroes as well.
They absolutely are. Doc serves as a member of a radar calibration squadron in upstate New York at Griffith Air Force Base. The squadron was known as the Snow White Squadron. 9 airplanes, Snow White and 7 Dwarfs.
And always, this is Doc.
This is Doc.
Doc is on the nose. That's why the red stripes are on it. Good job. And it's all made it up authentic.
Well, in 1956, Doc was given
On your phone, get it horizontal, vertical, doesn't matter. Get it up there now for sure. Here we go. I was all ready for that one, Matt.
You were ready for that one. What were you ready for? I don't know what you were talking about.
All right.
This year, Doc is showing off those new markings during its service life as a member of the Radar Calibration Squadron. Doc and the
You can hear it. You can hear it.
So as history goes, the Israelis acquired a MiG-17 and a MiG-21 September of 1960. These were shared with the United States.
Here they are.
It wasn't that loud, Mary. It wasn't that loud.
I think
still impressed.
In its own right, it really is a marvel of engineering. I mean, these three airplanes. In the lead today, Randy Ball, off the wing, Bill Hulkinson, and then Michael Turner from Traverse City, Michigan. We've got an Alabama, a Texan, and Michigan up there flying these airplanes today. Three men that love America and love the story that the Big 17 tells, as we just talked about, 14-to-1 kill ratio we took after the creation of Top Gun 12 years ago.
GE Aerospace locally here helping us present Fighter Jets Jet Demo Team as they're officially
Okay, here it
called.
comes. It's coming back from the right. Could be.
Fighters.
The swept wing technology that you see, we actually captured from Germany World War II. Note the improved wing sweep design for the Big 17. It's about 45 degrees right past the fuselage. Comes back. Adds a third wing fence to the control of the airplane. It actually helps the airplane. A little fence, you'll see it. It looks like a raised spot there on the wing when it comes back around. It's visible from even here. But look at this thing. One of the most feared aircraft in the skies.
Okay, Mary's gonna come in. More, Mary. Two more.
The Big 17. We got two more coming in here from the right. When we stand and we say thank you to all of our veterans, past, present, these three Big 17s giving us a heck of a look at this technology.
Thunderbirds coming up later. And big reunion weekend.
Over the years, and the new faces, of course, that you'll see here this afternoon. Air shows. Ryan Burrell air shows. He's a sitting squadron commander right now. Rick, can you believe that? In the United States Air Force Reserve, but he flies this pitch like he stole it. And if you talk to the guy he bought it from, he sure did. Look at that. after a fellow skydiver took him flying. And he said, maybe this is better than jumping out. First flight to Kansas State University's parachute club, 18 back in 1996. Today, the city is Washington, 24th Air Refueling Squadron. You can't do this in a tanker. That's what makes us
Look at all the red lines.
Here it comes.
I love it.